To H5 automation. In this video, we will see how we can bulk import H5P question set and eliminate the manual creating process. So first, you need to come to H5 automation website, and from there you can download the H5 automation WordPress plugin. Once you have the plugin, you need to install it. So here in my case, I have already installed this plugin. So let's go to the plugin, and if you come to this screen, you should see the sample files. What we do is we use sample files, that is basically JSON file, and here you can see this plugin already added all the JSON samples, so that you don't need to start from scratch. All you need to do is just copy the JSON and add your questions and remove the dummy questions, and just need to select the question set and choose the JSON file. Once you download the JSON and modify the question, you need to select it and hit the upload and generate button. So it is saying one item failed. Why this failed? First, we need to install it from the H5P. So let's come to H5P. Need to click on the add new, and from here you need to select the gate and install. So once I hit the install button, what H5P is doing is installing all the required libraries that is necessary for the question set. Now let's come again to H5 automation, select question set, select the JSON file, and bulk import the content. So here I have successfully imported H5P question set, and it takes a few seconds, and if you create contents manually, it takes a lot of time. So I assume in this video that you already have idea how H5P question set work, and you have idea of creating contents manually, so that when I go through the JSON file, you have clear idea. So I have here imported successfully. Let's see what has been imported. So if I open it, here I can see the question set, and here is drag and drop type like this. Let's select this and check. So it is saying incorrect. Let's move to the next question. So here you can see I have added 5 questions. So this is fine, the automation is working correctly. So now the question is, what is inside the JSON file, and how you can modify the JSON file to add your own contents. So let's go through the JSON file. So this is the JSON file that once you just download from this area, the sample JSON file, you will have something like this. So you don't need to create the JSON file from scratch. All you need to do is just modify these questions and add your own. That is all. So let's see what you need to do. So here you can see the contents started with a square bracket and ended with a square bracket, and inside this, here you can see the curly braces. So we call it object. So each object here, it means one question set, and inside this I have multiple questions. So if I just copy it and paste it here, it means I have added two questions. So this is as simple as you can see. So let's see how you can configure and modify. So first, here you can see this is a title. If I go to the H5P content, here you can see the question set. This is basically an identifier so that you can recognize this question. And here you can see the intro page. the first intro page, whether to show it or not. If you want to show it, you can just say true, so that the intro page will appear and it will have this button. You can add some introduction here. This is the progress type, whether to show dots or text, and the pass percentage 50 I have set here. You can set whatever you want, and you can see the questions. Each question set contains multiple interactive questions, and all these questions you need to add here. I will come to this section after explaining all these things. So let's go through all the other things. Here you can see disable backward navigation, and it is true, you can make it false. Whenever you can see the value is true, you can make it false, or if the value is false, you can make it true. The end game, this is when the question said end and what the student should see. So here you can see show result page, whether to show result page or not. This is some kind of configuration that you can do on H5P, but instead of doing manually, we will automate these things, and that is why you need to just configure the things here. And this is the feedback. As you know, you can set the feedback, the grading system. This is the feedback. If you want it, then you can just keep it. If you don't need this, you can just remove this. That is all. And here you can see the solution button text. This is, here you can see show solution. If you want to change the text like show the solution or whatever, then you can just modify. Otherwise you can just keep the default string, which is fine for many users. Here you can see the fallback video. So fail video. So this video will appear if the student failed. You can set your YouTube or Vimeo video URL and set whether it's YouTube or Vimeo. Here you can also set background image. The background image URL, you must need to get the URL from your website. You cannot put third-party URL. And here you can see all the text that if you want, you can just override the text, otherwise it is fine. The pool size, how many questions should appear. So here you can set 5 or 3, whatever you want. So this is basically the JSON configuration file. Now let's see the questions. Inside the question set contains multiple questions, and if I go back to the H5 automation page, here you can see the question set JSON, question blank JSON. This is all kind of question that is supported by H5P, and I have added here all the samples so that you don't need to create from scratch. So let's see how the interactive question work, how we can configure it. Here you can see the first question is here you can see it also has started with a square bracket, an array, and inside this object, so it is array of objects. The first question is multiple choice, and here you can see the question, and this is the question title. All you need to do is you need to just modify your question title. You don't need to touch any other things, and here you need to set the answers and also set which one is correct. Like this one is correct, you need to set these options. And the feedback for this particular question, if you want the feedback, then you can set. If you don't want, then you can just remove from here. This is behavioral settings. The enable try, just true or false. If you want it, then make it true. If you don't want it, then make it false. That is fine. And this is the text that appear on the student's screen. If you want to change the text, then you can change it, otherwise you can just keep it. It is fine. And this is some confirm check or confirm retry. If you want to change the text, then you can do, otherwise you can leave it. So here you can see this is one question and this is another question, like it is drag and drop, and here you can configure it. So you don't need to worry it how you can configure it. All you need to do is you need to come here. For example, if I open the question blank.json, let's open it on my editor. So here you can see the question blank is the blank, fill in the blank question is ready. It is just, you need to just change the text of the question, like fill in the missing word and set the answers, set the feedback if you want, and some behavioral tweaks if you want. After when you're done, then just copy it, come to the question section and like this here put, and each question should be separated by comma. So it means you have created a question. So this is how interesting it is. You can see you don't need to go through the step-by-step manual process and waste a lot of time. All you need to do is you need to just craft this JSON file and you can create the questions like this. And here you can see I have already created three question set questions. So if I save it and let's test it how it works, let's copy this JSON file. So if I import this JSON file, now it should create three question set. Let's test it and see how interesting it is. So here right now I have one question set and let's import it, and here you can see three items are imported. This is great. And if I come here, you can see the three question set has been created within a few seconds. This tool is going to save a lot of time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you like it, then share with your friends and subscribe the channel. Thank you.